tonight in the Spa City. A look at those thermal waters just down Central Avenue. What a great time to be in Hot Springs. St. Patrick's Day around the corner, and inside Bank OZK Arena, the prime time spotlight for the undisputed top two teams in 1A girls this season, Earle and Westside Greers Ferry. It is great to have you with us, Kyle Deckelbaum and Westmore. Looking forward to this one. Undoubtedly the best two teams at this classification.
Yeah, Westside Greers Ferry been ranked number one in most of the polls pretty much the entire season. Earle number two, and they make it out of bracket play, get here to Hot Springs to decide once and for all who the number one team in the state is in 1A girls.
Already been a fun day as we wrap up this final session here of these fun few days in Hot Springs. Earlier today, how about that pass? Hazley Grosjean, the spin there, north side winning the state championship, the 6A girls state championship, and then Bryant, first time in a long time, 25 for Robinson. Congrats to the Bryant Hornets winning earlier today. We're about to find out who wins the 1A girls championship. We're back with the tip in 2 minutes.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at UAMShealth.com.
He was an excellent example of the tenacity of Arkansas.
The 9 children who were with you in Little Rock.
The most significant female.
You're just a little kid from wherever.
This straw came through my window.
Do you feel it was worth it?
Thursday, March 20th at 7 p.m.
Family heirloom, estate sale, find, or puzzling piece. What fantastic finds have you uncovered? Hi, I'm Laura Stanley, jewelry and watch evaluator for Arkansas Treasures. See what your discovery is worth at the Arkansas Treasure Season 2 Evaluation and Taping Event. Learn how you can donate to get your tickets now at myarpbs.org/Arkansas Treasures.
Final session of these 3 days here in Hot Springs that always seem to fly by. It's been a fun few days. Should be a fun game tonight. It is Earle and Westside Greers Ferry for the 1A Girls Championship. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here, and we'll start with the Earle Lady Bulldogs blowing out in their first game, moving on to the quarterfinals. 68-65 win over Columbia Christian, and then another lopsided win to advance here to the championship.
Safe to say Earle's not your normal number 3 seed.
No, this is a team that's 29-7 on the year, 12-0 in conference. Big reason why is Journey Jefferson.
Yeah, it's a two-woman team. Two dynamic duo, I should call them. Journey Jefferson, though, averaging 21.5 points, 2 rebounds, almost 10 assists a game. The daughter of head coach Stephen Jefferson.
And her cousin Jada Maples, who we'll talk about a lot. Here are the keys to the game, Wes.
Yeah, the first thing is just learn from your past. They lost to Westside Greers Ferry earlier in the regional finals. Figure out what you did wrong. And one of the things they did wrong was miss free throws. Make your free throws tonight. They were 9 of 21 in that loss to Westside.
Let's take a look at how the Eagles got here. And 40-3 on the season. They won their opener lopsided over Bradford, 63-26. Another big win over Taylor. And this was their closest game in 1A all season. 4-point win over Rural Special. Their leader, another coach's daughter, Wes, Caitlin Cornett.
Yeah, Caitlin Cornett, 16 points, 4 rebounds a game. This is a very solid team. It's not just her, but she's kind of the straw that will stir this drink. You look up and down their rosters are getting introduced now. A very solid team, 1 through 5, and even a couple of nice players coming in off the bench.
Oh, for Greers Ferry, they won in the regional championship against this same Earle team, 53-46, and continue to do some of the same things.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Do what you've been doing. They haven't lost to a 1A school all season long, and then they got to somehow slow down that dynamic duo of Jada Maples and Journey Jefferson. That's a tough task, and not many people have. They average about 45 points combined.
No kidding. Quick look at the starting lineup here from Windrock Automotive. It'll be Jada Maples and Journey Jefferson, the captain cousins, Ariana Perry, Christian Boykin, and Madison Dunn. We get set for tip here. Quickly for Westside, Addie Overturf, Caitlin Cornett, Lainey Gentry, Ashlyn Cossey, and Eden Murphy.
They gave us just enough time to squeeze everything in.
Perfectly done. As if we've done this a few times over the course of 3 days. The way we go here in the 1A championship, Westside and Earle. It is a Westside team that, as Wes mentioned, 40-3 on the year. They really played up. They challenged themselves all season. First miss there from Jada Maples. Put back, no. And it'll be the Lady Eagles that come away with it. Addie Overturf, point guard on this team. 5'11" senior, averaging 7 points. Big, tall, lanky point guard.
Earle coming out in his zone, playing 2-3 right now.
Cornett over to the corner, intercepted and taken away. Jada Maples, the 5'10" junior. Maples will bring it up and give it off to her cousin, Journey Jefferson, daughter of head coach Stephen Jefferson, an Earle grad. Kick out, and the floater not there, too strong, and a good rebound from Overturf, the senior.
Strong with it, came down with it, people ripping at it, trying to take it away from her. Good hands to take that ball and keep control. Overturf,
I think, might be the only senior we see play in this game. Both these teams extremely young. Three-point attempt, Lainey Gentry, not there. Offensive rebound, put back, no foul called despite the contact. And it'll be Madison Dunn that comes away with it. Jefferson on the drive. Pull back for three. And a good offensive rebound. These Lady Eagles using their height.
Definite size advantage, a bigger roster, literally in numbers and in size.
Mentioned these Lady Eagles challenging themselves. Wins this year over Harrison and Watson Chapel and Heber Springs. Lakeside. A steal there from Maple. She'll get fouled on the way up. Finish that thought real quick. Wins over Bryant and Cabot and Dumas. An impressive list of wins.
When even their losses. They played teams at North Little Rock, Pulaski Academy, who played for the 4A state title. This coaching staff knew what they had and put together a challenging schedule, and it's paid off. It prepared them to make this run.
There is head coach Stephen Jefferson for Earle, 1999 Earle grad. Played for the Bulldogs. They made it to the semifinals.
That took out a monitor.
Sure did.
There was something that went flying. I was just about to say that we may be seeing a little bit of nerves in this game. No one scored yet, missed some shots, and that pass was airmailed.
Keith Cornett, the Westside Greers Ferry coach, came over from Concord. 28 years of coaching. This is his first season with Westside, his first time coaching on the girls' side. And this will head the other way.
I don't have my scoreboard up yet, but I can tell you the shooting percentage is 0 for both teams.
Our math is not great. Layup here, and our first bucket of the game. Ashlyn Cossey, the junior. Well, Coach Cornett says she's the MVP, the animal, the motor, and some good lineage. Her aunt's played for SMU and Clemson. Look inside to Dunn. Kick out just inside the three-point arc. That is good. Perry, the junior, who had a big steal in the quarterfinal versus Lafayette to get to overtime and win. And at the other end, now these two teams are getting in a groove.
Now they're getting the feel of it. Liked how Cossey kind of leaned forward, got that shot off. Looked like it may be blocked. And she somehow managed to get that shot up and out of her hand quickly.
Cossey has an offer from Hendricks, as does Cornett.
Perry was feeling it.
Over turf to bring this up. Playing with a little bit of pace here. The kick out, Gentry for three. And a tough rebound underneath Maples. And Maples with some big time offers, by the way. As she spins underneath, can't finish, tipped around. Loose ball, kick out, Jefferson. Too strong. Lady Eagles with the rebound. And this will stay in their direction. The Jada Maples offers from Clemson, Vatech, A-State, Louisiana Tech, Memphis, Tulsa. 13 double-doubles and a triple-double.
She averages 24 and 10. When you average a double-double, you're going to rack up a bunch of double-doubles.
1,000 points on the season. 24.6 the average. Underneath the lay-in for Addie Overturf, the senior.
I think they've done that a couple of times against the 2-3 zone.
Timeout called by Earle coach Stephen Jefferson.
Throw it in the paint. Everyone goes to her. She throws it to the baseline cutter. Easy layup.
6-2 Westside lead here. Keith Cornett started to say 28 years of coaching. And think about the transition. You do something 3 decades coaching boys basketball to move over for the first time and coach the girls, but how neat to coach his daughter this season.
It's got to be a thrill to coach his daughter and with coaching and coaching. I know there's a different philosophy sometimes how you have to deal with the guys and the girls. But when you're a good coach, you can coach any age, anybody.
Talked to him on the phone this week. He said it's, quote, unbelievable to coach his daughter, and talked to Stephen Jefferson coaching his daughter, and they both talked about how they sort of had this bond, and they have talked even long before knowing they would face each other. The travel's going to be called there on Maples. Talked long before knowing they're going to face each other in the championship. They've always had that bond of coaching their daughters.
Westside did a good job of just setting up the defense, and she tried to split the defense and traveled.
It's going to stay with the Lady Eagles, tipped out. And we've got our first break. So a quick 6-2 Westside lead as we just get underway here in the 1A Championship, the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships in Arkansas PBS Sports.
Sports is so important to this state and the fabric of the state, and I appreciate Arkansas PBS doing all the state title games, and that makes it available for not just the fans in Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, but fans around the entire state. I can only think of the kids in small towns, and this is the biggest moment maybe in their sports careers, and they have that keepsake of having that game on TV to have with them the rest of their lives.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Arkansas PBS Sports is supported by Wendy's. One of the menu choices is the salted caramel frosty. Availability may vary by location. The frosty sounds pretty good right about now.
I would imagine your throat after all these games needs it.
A little sugar rush wouldn't be bad.
On the drive, layup rolls around, out of bounds. This will head towards Earle. Those Lady Bulldogs have started this game 1 for 9 from the field. That has been a theme throughout these 3 days. We have seen some teams struggle to shoot, especially early in games.
Westside 3 of 6, but they've been attacking the paint, getting some layups, some easier shots.
Maples trying to lob it in high-low, and it's going to be an offensive charge. They'll get Madison Dunn on that.
Earle's tried a couple of times to get inside to the paint, but they do such a good job of just walling things off. And that time, great replay there. Feet set, just standing there, put the shoulder down, knocked her over.
Over turf, moving quickly. She has done that for much of this game. Bounce pass underneath, blocked. Jada Maples, the excellent defensive play. Rushing the other end, trying to finish, leaps, and she'll draw the foul.
She did what Overturf should have done. No one ever stopped Overturf when she passes. She should have just kept going to the basket. And that time, no one stopped the basket or the guard again, so she just took it all the way to the basket, draws the foul. Now Jada will go to the free throw line.
Well, Jada, the junior, Journey Jefferson, the cousin, a sophomore. And Coach Stephen Jefferson talked about how Jada sometimes can be a little critical of her younger cousin, trying to coach her up just as her dad can do.
Tough love.
Got to get it across here. In trouble. And a timeout call. Well, they were in trouble. That's a smart timeout there from Coach Cornett.
I'm surprised they gave him that timeout. I thought the ball was loose.
I didn't think they had possession either.
Yeah. Well, they got 28 seconds left on the shot clock, so they got about 3 seconds to get it across half court.
Well, it's an Earle team that's won 2 state championships, 2-0 on this stage, 2018 and 2016. Their first trip since that 2018 title for Westside. Their first trip since they won it all the way back in 1995.
Neither Westside or Earle has experienced the disappointment of going to a finals and losing. They've been perfect in their trips.
Deep three-point attempts. Caitlin Cornett had a good look.
Didn't phase her a bit. she just shook it off. Like, all right, I'll make the next one.
She shoots 47% from the field, as does Ashlyn Cossey. Dunn will get this off to Maples. Lowers her shoulder. Steps back. Around and out.
Good rebound.
Great rebound. Underneath from Eden Murphy, who just checked in, the sophomore. And at the other end, Maples can't hang on to the rebound, and they're going to wave off the bucket.
Reach-in foul before the shot.
It's on Maples. And so the quick inbounds. Let's reset. Good pass inside. And I'll tell you, Earle is a great rebounding team.
Yeah, Westside right now with only 1 offensive rebound.
It's really, I asked Coach Cornett what's gotten you here. Jefferson can't connect. He said it's rebounding for them. That's really been their key all season, and it's carried them here.
Rough shooting start for Earle. Maples and Jefferson, a combined 0 for 7, 0 for 6.
Tries again, and this time she connects. There's a reason she shook it off last time, playing with that confidence.
It did not phase her that she shot an air ball on that 3.
Three-point attempt on this side. No, from Ariana Perry, the junior. She can hit those threes. Gentry, plenty of room. She thought about it. Good look underneath. The layup too strong. Offensive rebound, and they'll kick it back out. Eden Murphy doing really well down there. Now a three-point attempt. A little bit too short from Caitlin Cornett. Outlet pass ahead. Jefferson can't finish. Boy, Earle cannot buy a bucket. 1 for 12 from the field. Deep 3. And rebound Maples.
2 on 1.
Takes it herself and can't connect. 1 for 13. At the other end, Gentry can't hit. Murphy, the putback, no, and a rebound underneath.
Layups, got to make your layups. Both teams just struggling right now. Westside could have a much bigger lead if they just make their layups. And of course, Earle just can't get off the schneid. Maples and Jefferson a combined 0 for 9.
Make it 1 for 14 as a team for the Lady Bulldogs.
0 for 10.
Well, maybe what both these teams need, a few substitutions here.
Earle's now missed 9 straight shots. And Westside's won for their last 11.
Yeah, Westside hasn't scored in 3 minutes either. You don't like that combined shooting. Five seconds. Pull-up jumper. Got it. At the buzzer. Maybe just what the doctor ordered is Ashlyn Cossey. The junior knocks it down to send us to our first break. 11-4 Westside lead here in this 1A Girls Championship on the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Are you ready for Quiz Bowl 2025? It's the 40th year of the most exciting academic competition in Arkansas, and it is live right here on Arkansas PBS. It's the Arkansas Governor's Academic Competition Quiz Bowl State Championship. Schools from all over the state square off right here in this studio to see who will come out on top. Don't miss a single question. Tune in or stream on the PBS app. Saturday, April 26th, starting at 9 a.m.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
He might be cheating on our Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl Association trivia question. Who holds the state record for most points scored in a career? Think about it and come back to that. It has been tough shooting for both these teams. Combined 6 of 34. Earle in particular, 1 for their first 15. Good layup right there, 80 over turf to get things started in the second quarter, and Westside has opened up a 9-point lead.
It's a new quarter. They're 1 for 1. We're just going to erase all that stuff that happened in the first quarter. That's good.
3-point attempt, there you go.
2 for 2.
Mariana Perry, the junior. We mentioned she can hit those. That was the same spot she had just missed from. Overturf picks up her dribble. Cossey kicks it out. A block! Maples with the energy out of nowhere. Maples averaging 24.6 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6.5 assists. That is doing it all. Overturf to the corner. Cossey, no. And now Maples going to move quickly at the other end. She loves to drive this, and this time she connects and gets it to go. It is a new quarter for Earle, and it's down to a 4-point game.
Got a little life over there on the bench. You can hear their fans getting a little excited after making 2 in a row.
Overturf from the free throw line. Maples can't hang on. Good save, a fight for it, but the putback is there as Whitley Goodson is in the right spot at the right time.
Yes, she was. Earle was just trying to save it inbounds, threw it right to her. Then there was nobody around her. Laid it in.
Whitley Goodson, a sophomore, undersized post is the way Coach Cornett described her. But she'll surprise you, and she's the player that most opponents seem to catch their eye and ask about. Knocked out of bounds as to stay with Westside.
Good hustle played by Madison Dunn. If she doesn't reach and get that, it's another layup.
Also play on the baseline here as Goodson put it in. Underneath. Good quick hands there from Maples to knock that out.
Really trying to get Cossey inside, posting up.
This is Cossey. Steps just inside the arc and buries it.
I think she likes that shot. That's 2 in a row from that same spot.
Back to an 8-point lead for Westside. Jefferson, who is coming off a 27-point performance in the semifinals, gives it off to her cousin, Maples, no. Put back, block from behind. Scramble for it, loose ball. Maples tried to get it to go from the ground. And they're going to call jump ball here. It'll stay this direction. Possession arrow pointing here for Earle.
Westside is doubling, whether it's Maples or Jefferson, every time they catch the ball. Somebody else runs at them and tries to force the ball out of their hands. That leaves everybody else playing 3-on-4, but coach is rolling the dice that, you know what, we don't want those two girls to beat us, so we're going to get the ball out of their hands or double team them.
Of course, those two players average a combined, 46 points per game. Almost 25 and 22. Jefferson hit 4 threes, I should say, against Jasper in the semifinals. Trying to work it inside here. Double team, they kick it out, it's tipped away. Lady Eagles are going to come away with this one. Over turf, good look ahead to Cornett. Inside, Goodson drives and draws the foul.
Goodson took that strong. That's why you have to play. You got to play strong in these games. You know the hands are coming, they're reaching in, trying to get the steal, tie you up. Can't hesitate. She got it, took a hard dribble to the basket, put it up.
Goodson's a player that shoots 51% from the field. You can tell why. All of her shots coming from the low post.
Just 5'5", but she finds a way to get the shot off.
Double-digit Westside lead here early. We have seen Earle, when they get hot, they can get hot and they can shoot themselves right back in it, but it has been tough going. 3 for 21 from the field. Jefferson. And rebound Lady Eagles. Trying to build on a 10-point lead. Bounce pass in transition. The layup is good. Caitlin Cornett, the junior.
Cossie did a great job of bringing the ball down the court. She felt the pressure coming from behind her, found the cutter.
Maples, high arching three. No, and it falls right in the hands of Cornett. Good look ahead, Goodson. No, Maples. They need to get her going.
Westside doing a much better job rebounding. Not many offensive rebounds right now for Earle.
A deep three for Gentry. She's hit from there earlier in the game, not this time. Maples, one-on-one, falls to the ground. It's tipped out. It'll stay with Earle.
Did you see that? Heads up. She goes to the ground. Nobody was coming. None of her teammates were nearby, so she just threw it off the leg of the defender.
Look at this. Well, you'd like to say for Earle you want to get everybody involved, but the reality is, as Maples rises and fires and will go to the line, plus the foul. Maples and Jefferson are their team. I mean, they got to get these two going. Maybe that'll be a start. Ten-point Westside lead here, under 4 to play until halftime. Good look inside, and Cossie with the finish.
They just dissect the zone. They're so good at it.
Maples 2 for 10 from the field. Cousins 0 for 6. Jefferson 4 for 25 as a team. Now Westside on the drive. Easy layup. No. Bounced around. Earle's going to come away with it here. Maples gives it off to Jefferson for 3. A little bit too strong. Rebound tracked down. Good balance there. No, she couldn't keep her feet down. That's good. Travel and Natalie Sanders. So a break in the action and a 12-point Westside lead. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month on Arkansas PBS. My mom raised me in Cambodia, and I raised Ashley here, so everything is different.
She's not patient enough. Sometimes they're too rushed.
They built the ships that fought at Guadalcanal. They riveted the wings on the planes that bombed Germany.
Agricultural machinery giants battled for the hearts, minds, and fields of farmers.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Hey, big shout out to Ayla Holzman, Sacred Heart Catholic. She is our Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. She plans to attend the University of Arkansas to study biology. And with that 4.0 GPA, I think she's going to have a lot of success. Congratulations to Ayla Holzman.
It is a 23-11 Westside lead here in the 1A Girls Championship. Earle 4 for 27 from the field. Westside's numbers have improved as Kasi draws the foul, up to 10 for 29 from the field. The two teams have combined 2 for 19 from beyond the arc.
Westside from the free throw line's been perfect. Seeing there's no jinx.
Maples and Jefferson, the two cousins, clean it up together. This is Maples trying to create something. She'll go to work to the basket, too strong, a fight for the rebound, and it's Overturf that comes away with it. Good look ahead, Gentry on the drive, forces it up, contact, and it's gonna head the other way here.
Dunn didn't like that foul.
Yeah, they're gonna...
She got knocked to the ground, and Kasi went to pick her up, help her up, and she just looked at it like, no, you put me down here, you're not helping me up.
I think the refs overall in these 3 games, Wes, you agree, have pretty much let teams play through contact for the most part.
Yeah, at some point you got to call a foul, but there's nickel and dimers that I can do without. And, well, right there's a great example.
Wide open, Overturf, she buries the 3.
That's a good example. If he'd have called that a foul right there, then that shot never happens. They're taking it baseline out, and instead it was play on. She played on, found a teammate, she knocks down the 3.
Westside suddenly up 17.
High arcing 3. Nothing but net.
Maples on the drive. Pulls up through contact, no. Quickly at the other end. Kasi on the drive, blocked from behind. Maples comes away with it, gives it off to her cousin Jefferson. Charity Jefferson, the coach's daughter. Hard foul from behind by Caitlin Cornett, the other coach's daughter.
That's one you had to call.
That is one you couldn't miss.
That was the second foul on Cornett. That's why she's leaving the game.
Well, they're going to call a foul there on Overturf. Addie Overturf, we mentioned the only senior playing. Good chance we see these two teams match up for a long time, considering how young they are and how talented they are. They'll kick out. Maples creates a shot, pulls up, she will draw the foul, and she gets it to go. She has been waiting for that all night.
Got her for a slap right there on the hands as she was going up. Earle connects for the free throw. Much needed three-point play for Earle.
Looking to finish positive here as we come up on 1 minute before halftime. These kind of plays will help. Turney Jefferson to steal. Oh, can't finish the layup. Gentry comes away with the rebound.
That sums up the night right there.
Overturf brings it up. Good look ahead. Gentry from the corner for three. No. Maples the rebound. Fights her way through contact. She'll move quickly the other way. Maples, 43 seconds. Hoists it up. No. It has been that kind of night for Earle. And a foul's going to be called there. Let's see who they call this one on. It might be Murphy.
Be shooting free throws. Maples 3 for 6 from the free throw line.
Maples has been trying to create offense, doing everything she can. And she has had some good looks. Just has not been able to connect. Jefferson, meanwhile, her cousin, 0 for 8 from the field.
Well, Maples is doing a lot of good things. It's just the shot's not falling. She's already got 9 rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, 3 block shots.
That's a great point. She's been very active defensively, and probably easy to let your frustration carry over on the other end. And she's been working hard at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and I would say that's the thing that Maples is doing. She's not letting her offense affect the rest of her game, whereas Jefferson hasn't scored. She's 0 for 8, but she hasn't done anything else. She doesn't have any rebounds. She doesn't have any assists. She doesn't have a turnover, which is a good thing, but she does have 1 steal.
Shot clock off. Final 20 seconds here before halftime in this 1A Girls Championship. And good hands there. Jada Maples defensively again. One-on-one opportunity. Can't finish. Story of the night for Earle. And a foul's going to be called there on Maples. 5.7 left in this second quarter. See what the Lady Eagles draw up here. They play for the final shot. Taken away. Jefferson heaves it. A little bit too strong. Earle has made some nice defensive plays. They can't buy a bucket. Westside, meantime, settled into a groove, and they have a 12-point lead at halftime in this 1A Girls Championship. Steve Sullivan and Christina Munoz coming up in our Arkansas PBS Sports halftime show. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas, and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Hey everybody, Steve Sullivan here along with Christina Munoz. It's halftime at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs, but don't go anywhere because we've got a lot in store for you. In the early 1990s, a remarkable chapter in Arkansas basketball history was about to unfold at Arkansas Tech University. Under the leadership of Coach Joe Foley, the Golden Suns weren't just chasing victories, they were building a program that would inspire generations. This is the story of back-to-back national championships that did more than fill trophy cases. It created a legacy of excellence that continues to shape Arkansas basketball today.
We had great team chemistry. He was a great coach, and
we won back-to-back national championships.
They were really successful before we got there.
Jim Yeager, I think, pretty well started the program, and Jim Dickerson took over after him. So it was a very successful program when I got to take over.
There was an assumption, a false assumption, that women couldn't do what the men were doing. Their first experience at playing full-court basketball was when they came to college. But when Coach Foley came, he really put the misconception aside.
Especially this team wanted to do something nobody thought they could do and nobody expected them to do except themselves.
When it came to recruiting, he was very honest, frank about what his expectations were going to be.
You know, everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to prepare to win. And this team understood the preparation, how hard it was.
He was very detail-oriented in his motion offense. We would rep the same drills over and over and over.
When you believe in something, you got to really give yourself to it. And those kids were disciplined to get better each day. As a coach, I had to get better each day. And it all kind of accumulated at the end, and they ended up being an unbelievable basketball team.
Things just kind of flowed kind of easily that year.
And I kind of sat there after it was over when the final horn sounded. We won by 15 or 16. And I thought, is this all there is to it? Because I knew we just blew everybody out.
They were tenacious, aggressive, and they were mentally challenging to play against. And by the end of the game, they had won the game not only physically but mentally.
The practices were actually tougher than the games.
That's what separated us from a lot of teams is the preparation.
We just screened, read screens, passed, cut. That's just the motion offense. We had a target on our back. We were all returning, and we knew that. So it was way more difficult. He did not call a timeout. He told us he trusted us. Hey, you know how to play basketball, just go make a play. We've worked on this.
The defense kind of spread because they knew that she was going to deliver the ball to one of those. And all of a sudden she sees, okay, she's got great awareness. So she sees, well, they're all covered, and she drove by.
They made a great pass, and there was nobody guarding me. It was kind of lucky. It wasn't like it was a tough shot.
And laid in a layup as the shot clock went off, and we went up by 1.
I was just blessed to be able to make it. Have been successful. They were on a state finals team last year.
We're all close and know each other really well.
It's just a good bond, and I think it helps us during the game sometimes. She's very strict sometimes, but that
just makes us better. With our team last year, we got to a very high position, where nobody else was.
Instead of hammering them to do something, you've got to encourage them to believe in themselves.
Gets her point across. I like the way she coaches
because she knows what's best for us. And
I learned why he did what he did. He pushed us to be the best we could be, to get outside of our own comfort zone.
If you set your expectations high, you're going to get up there pretty good.
Winning is not the ultimate.
That it wasn't about the X's and O's. It was about the people.
You know, we don't just teach them basketball, we teach them life skills. I just want them to be good people. These kids need to know all the time that I love them, that I'll do anything for them. But once we cross those lines, there's going to be a high expectation and a high standard that I'm going to expect them to play, and I'm going to be on them. But when I walk off the court, I'm going to hug them, tell them I love them, and we're going to move on to the next day.
Putting the pieces together each year, trying to figure out the best way for that team to play, the best way to help those kids become a great team. That's the joy.
Winning's great, but ultimately the relationships you have with these kids when they go off.
I would tell players all the time, you make me a better coach. And they'd look at me and say, why? And I'd say, because I don't want to let you down. And you didn't want to fail them. And when you had great players that gave you everything, you can't quit on them. You got to go. You got to figure it out.
From those unforgettable championship seasons in 1992 and 93, the Golden Suns' impact resonates far beyond the court. Through coaches like Karen Pinion McNabb, the spirit of excellence and determination that Joe Foley instilled lives on in gyms across Arkansas. Here at Arkansas PBS, we celebrate these champions who showed us that true greatness isn't just about winning titles, but passing the torch to future generations. Now let's toss it over to Christina. She's going to introduce you to some very talented athletes. Christina.
That's right. Thanks, Steve. Earlier in the season, we reached out to schools all over the state looking for athletes who not only excel on the court, but in the classroom too. Here's the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars class of 2025. We start off with the 1A girls. That is Isla Holzman with the Sacred Heart Knights. Isla has a 4.0 GPA and plans to go to the University of Arkansas and study biology. For 1A boys, we have Jonah Walker, a senior center from Marked Tree. Jonah wants to go to college to pursue a career in the medical field. He likes playing football and hanging out with his brother in his spare time. Next up, we have Hayden Matheny representing 2A girls. She plays for the Lady Greyhounds of Sloan Hendricks High. Hayden has a 4.0 GPA and wants to attend Arkansas State University to pursue a degree in radiation therapy. For the boys in 2A, we've got Amari Neal. Amari has a GPA of 3.6 and wants to be a pediatric dentist. Hunting, fishing, and spending time with family are some of the ways he spends his spare time. The Bergman Lady Panthers' Brinley Collins is the 3A Girls Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Brinley wants to further her basketball and academic career. She has a 4.0 GPA. On the boys' side in 3A, we have Rylan Robbins representing the Flippin High School Bobcats. Rylan wants to pursue college basketball and major in education. Basketball, fishing, baseball, and video games are how he likes to spend his spare time. Halfway through and on to the 4A girls, that's Jordan Youngblood with the Heber Springs Panthers. Jordan plans to attend ASU Newport to play softball and major in exercise science. She enjoys anything active and shopping. Riley Jones with the Eastham Mets represents the 4A boys. Riley has a 3.75 GPA and wants to become a basketball coach. He likes video games, hanging out with friends, working out, and trying new food. The 5A girls are well represented by JC Edrington of the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. JC wants to attend Arkansas State and become a physical therapist. She has a 4.17 GPA and enjoys being with family and friends and loves everything about the lake. The 5A boys, well, that is Elias Zapian with the Russellville Cyclones. Elias wants to attend UCA and become a gastroenterologist. He enjoys hanging out with friends and family and playing basketball. Rounding out the classifications are your 6A Student All-Stars. For the girls, that is McKinley Campbell with the Harbor Lady Wildcats. McKinley is interested in becoming a veterinarian or possibly a psychologist. She has a 4.1 GPA and likes to cook, shop, and hang out with friends. And finally, for the 6A boys, we have Kellen Robinson with the Bryant Hornets. Kellen plans to play basketball at UALR. He has a 3.75 GPA and enjoys playing basketball and working out. Congratulations and keep up the good work. All right, Steve, it is about that time.
All right. Yes, it is, Christina. Let's get back to the Bank OZK Arena for the second half.
That's right, here on the home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
Welcome back to Hot Springs, half number 2 of this 1A Girls State Championship. It's a 28-16 Westside Greers Ferry lead over Earle. And you look at these numbers, Kyle Deckelbaum, Wes Moore here. We will skip over that 5 for 34 from Earle. That's been the story of the game. Westside started off, Wes, a little slow on their own end, but they shot 38% in the second quarter, take a commanding 12-point lead.
Yeah, they warmed up a little bit in the second quarter and was able to push that up to a 12-point lead. Got some highlights there from the first half, how we got here. And tell you what, Kotze's had a very nice game for Westside. She came into this game averaging 13 points. She's already got 10 and 7. We talked about the double-double for her. She's on her way for yet another double-double.
Lainey Gentry with a big 3. It's been Kotze mentioned with 12 points. He's 5 for 11 from the field. And Westside will begin this third quarter with a 28-16 lead over a team that they beat in the regional final about 2 weeks ago. Westside looking for its first state championship in 30 years.
For Earle to get back in this game, it's got to start on this end of the court. They need to get some steals, some easy buckets.
That will be a start right here. Let's see if Jefferson can finish. A fight for the loose ball. Jefferson This time she gets it to go. Jefferson on the board for the first time from the field.
Tried to extend the pressure, but they didn't communicate it well, and that leads to a run-out layup.
And Maples comes away with the rebound. Jefferson moving quickly. She'll get fouled. To your point, Wes, 6 turnovers in the first half for Westside. 0 points off those turnovers for Earle in the first half.
There were a couple of breakaways, just like we saw. Now, she ended up getting the offensive rebound and finally putting it back in, but there were at least 2 occasions, clear steals, go down, make your layup. Think about that. That's 4 points right there. It was a 12-point game at the half.
Yep.
That's single digits, an 8-point game. It's anybody's game. So many times with girls basketball, it comes down to free throws and layups. And simple thing like that can cost you a game. And right now it's really hurting Earle. They miss another free throw.
Cornett, they're going to say, actually charged with a foul there. Up ahead, this is Caitlin Cornett, coach's daughter, laying it in. She averages 16 a game, the junior. An offer from Hendricks. She has really improved. I think you saw it there on her ball handling this year.
Rough start in the first half, 1 for 4, but that'll get her going in the second half.
Madison Dunn drawing the charge.
Cornett on the fast break.
And the Eagles are going to come away with this. Cornett gives it off to Overturf, moves quickly. She's going to take it herself, drives in, can't get it to go. Rebound, Murphy, the putback, and she draws contact.
Did a good job of spinning, but then finishing at the basket and drawing that contact.
Well, if you're just joining us, these are the 2 teams that were number 1 and number 2 all season in this classification.
Murphy getting her first points of the game. She missed a couple of shots. Still, she had 9 rebounds in the first half. 5 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds, getting it done on the glass. It always feels good to get on the board.
I think especially for Jefferson, by the way, hitting from the field for the first time. Not sure what the coach is pointing to.
I went over to talk to the official scorekeeper. Westside apparently had something different on their books than the official scorebook had.
This is Jefferson. Steps back and can't connect. A good rebound underneath, off balance rebound from Kasi, and draws the foul. This is where it gets dicey, I think, for Earle, West. You can't let your frustration show. As Coach Stephen Jefferson's going to call a timeout. I think he senses that.
By the way, Kasi just got her 10th rebound of the game. So she averages a double-double. She got her double-double.
With 6:21 to go here in the third. Now let's go back to our trivia question that we asked you earlier. The Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association trivia question: who holds the state record for most points scored in a career? Lake and Garrison, 3,736 points, 03 to 07. These have been tough all weekend, I will say.
That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
Got to think they had a lot of points as a freshman, sophomore, just added to it for a 4-year total to get to 3,700. What an accomplishment.
So if you're Stephen Jefferson, the Earle coach here, telling your team not to be frustrated, try to hang in this, and you got to hope. Look, the shots have fallen all year. At some point, maybe they will tonight.
Yeah, you just keep attacking. You know, keep doing it. Play your game. It's never too late, as we saw last night with Benton. You know, it doesn't look good right now, down 14, but we still got a quarter and 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go. So, no, this game's not over. Just keep playing. See if we can't catch fire. And it's not like they're missing a ton of long shots. It's short shots that are makeable. So they're not asking them to do something they haven't been doing all year.
Kasi off to Gentry. Good look inside. It's Cornett.
Ran her off of a pick, then cut right down the basket, wide open. Great play drawn up.
Maples, the floater. No, and the rebound to Kasi.
Number 11. She may get 20 tonight.
Cornett picks up her dribble off to Kasi. They swing it around to Gentry. Tipped away. Good defense there from Maples with the takeaway. Trying to convert at the other end. And she cannot. Boy, how many times can we say it? Story of the game for Earle. They are playing very well defensively as far as forcing turnovers, active hands. They just can't finish at the other end. Well, another chance for the Lady Eagles here. Caitlin Cornett fighting through close coverage there from Ariana Perry. And another chance here for Earle. Maples one-on-one, steps away from the defender and scores. Timeout, Stephen Jefferson.
Trying to get a little something going. Basket timeout, let's talk to him. Last time it didn't work because Westside drew up a pretty nice play, ran a great set, and got an easy layup. I know he's wanting to set up a little pressure here in the backcourt, trying to pick up another steal and another easy basket.
I think he senses there's real opportunity there to do that. Meantime, Keith Cornett there. We mentioned about 3 decades of coaching. His first, though, in the girls' side. He won a boys' title when he was with Concord back in 2014.
Yeah, and his message has got to be just take care of the basketball. They're up to 9 turnovers now. When they take care of the basketball, they're getting good shots, good looks at it.
(34-20) Westside lead here in this 1A championship game. Quick inbounds to Cornett. And nearly taken away. Good defense, and they do. This is Maples again who comes away with it. No one in front of her, and she converts. Down to a 12-point Westside lead. Well, the pressure's going to work. They see real opportunity. This is the riskier run, though. Quickly at the other end, Caitlin Cornett lays it in.
Nobody there. So she just put her head down, went all the way to the basket.
Journey Jefferson here, coach's daughter, one of 2 sisters. Her older sister is a cheerleader at UAPB. Journey was into cheerleading for a long time, coach said, before she transitioned to basketball. As they'll call the foul.
2-shot foul. She'll be at the free throw line.
1,000-point scorer. She has an offer from A-State. There's Journey Jefferson. This is Jada Maples.
Six of 9 now from the free throw line. She's got a double-double. She's got 11 points, or 15 points, 11 rebounds.
Lady Eagles fight away from the pressure once again at the other end. Cornett unguarded. Maples puts her head down on the drive, slices through traffic and scores. Cornett's going to move quickly. Kasi will pull back. Kasi, the junior, gives it off over turf. Swinging around Gentry underneath. That's a great look back to Ashlyn Kasi on the break.
That's what you got to do. You cut to the basket. They're overplaying now. Earle is looking to steal just about every pass. They are looking to take it back the other way. And if you can get a little backdoor cut, it's going to be wide open.
Jefferson on the drive. Through contact, she scores. Well, clearly Stephen Jefferson sees that's their best chance. They got to take some risks here defensively. Underneath, Kasi. No, rebound Maples. She's going to move quickly. Kick it out to Jefferson for 3. A little bit too strong, and Gentry a big rebound. It's on the ground. No foul called, and look at Earle coming away with it, and the block underneath from Kasi, and they're going to call her for the foul. 13-point game. Earle trying to fight their way back in this. We got a timeout on the floor in the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
You have no understanding of politics. You have done enough to the crown. Reputation is everything.
The Board of Health have declared war.
Sophie Straw is intelligent, instinctive, and she's the future.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
UMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine supports athletic programs and events across Arkansas. Clinics are located throughout Central and Northwest Arkansas. Learn more at uamshealth.com.
40-27 Westside lead. Earle trying to fight their way back in this. They are shooting a bit better here in the second half, thanks in large part to some breakaway opportunities. Earle is 5 for 11 in this third quarter. Compared to their stats in the first half, as Cornet picks this one up, certainly will take that. Fast break opportunity on the other end here for the Lady Eagles. They'll pull back over turf, and that one's going to fall for Kasi.
Kasi had a clear lane. I thought she was going to take a dribble and make a layup. She said, I got this 6-footer, no problem.
And give the Lady Eagles credit. It seems like every time that Earle has had a breakaway opportunity and maybe a chance to try to get a little bit of momentum here, Lady Eagles keep answering at the other end.
They've responded every time. Yes, you're right.
Earle will back off full court pressure this time as Cornet brings it up. Kasi to over turf. The tall, lanky point guard. Gentry's had a big three early in this game underneath. Ashlyn Kasi forces one up, and Maples the big rebound. She's been extremely active there on that end. And they're going to wipe away the basket, call a foul.
The fourth team foul for Westside, so the next one will result in free throws.
On Eden Murphy, the sophomore. That one is inside the arc, no good. And the Lady Eagles trying to come away with it, and a foul's going to be called here. As Kasi was fighting for it, she's slow to get up. Meantime, Ariana Perry is the one who's going to be charged with the foul.
She's got the knee pads on. She needs elbow pads, too.
Yeah.
That one hurt the elbow.
We saw a very physical game, that 6A Girls Championship earlier today. Kasi on the drive. Easy, lays it in. 44-27, Westside lead.
Kasi up to 18 points, 11 rebounds.
Jefferson working back and forth, picks up her dribble. Perry cannot connect. Rebound, Gentry fights away the traffic, and Overturf will bring this one up. Lady Eagles looking to extend their 44-27 lead. On the drive, Cornet blocked, taken away. Good defensive play there. Now Maples will give it off to Jefferson. She'll try the three, and she has had no luck tonight. Contact there. They're going to call a blocking foul. The one you need to call the whistle on. So that's on Jefferson. 4 points in this one for Jefferson. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Looks like Madison Dunn is okay. I think she just rolled her ankle last trip down the court. She's up, trying to play defense.
Inside, Kasi over Maples. No. Maples lost the rebound, and the putback is there for Eden Murphy. Final 15 seconds of what is now a 19-point Westside lead. Perry in the corner has it taken away by Murphy. 5 seconds. Lady Eagles trying to heave one up here. It's Gentry. Oh, she got it! Lady Gentry with what just might be an exclamation point for these Lady Eagles. Look at this. From the logo on the court, she buries it. How about that celebration? Headed to the fourth, the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships at Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Father Brown thinks the wrong man is arrested.
In case you've forgotten, I'm the detective round here.
And he needs help to read the victim's lewd novel for clues.
Father, is this really necessary?
A woman is murdered.
8 or more blows, shattered the skull.
And the weapon used was unusual.
The spider could have been deliberately placed in Constance's shoe.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC, more at my100bank.com.
DVD copies of the state championship games are available from M&M Productions. More information at mnmproductions.net.
And while we have a second, how about a shout out here in this final session to our entire Arkansas PBS Sports crew. Long hours for these guys, working really hard to bring you the action behind the scenes. They do a tremendous job every year. You and I have the easy job, Wes. They work really hard as Maples gets it to go, and she'll go to the line. Hats off to the entire PBS crew here in the Saturday night session.
No, it's a great production. I have so many friends that comment from out of state who see this and like, wow, this is so good for state championship games. Great for Arkansas basketball, Arkansas sports. We're lucky to have it, and it's a fantastic product that's put on the air.
Sure are. Thanks to everybody working so hard to make it happen. Oh, this will stay with Earle here.
We're not going to quit. You can see that from the coach. Earle's coach, Coach Jefferson, ripped off his sweatshirt during that timeout.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he's getting with the girls. He's like, we don't want to do that, but we want to be aggressive. Don't foul.
That's a second on Jefferson. The coach's daughter. She's probably seen this move once or twice at home. At the other end, that coach's daughter, Caitlin Cornett.
Cornett's had a much better second half. Rough first half, but man, that was a nice layup. That was a tough finish.
Jefferson, bounce pass underneath. Perry gets to go along the baseline. Jefferson trying to play very close, take some chances, but not foul. Lady Eagles get it across the timeline. Kasi backing down her defender. Can't finish. Gets her own rebound. Hoists it up and draws contact. She'll go to the line. Lashin Cosley, Coach Keith Cornett described as the MVP and the motor of this team, and I think you can see why. An offer from Hendricks. Interest from OBU, Harding, Henderson.
Replacing number 21, Madison Dunn. Up to 19 points now.
The kind of player you could see having a lot of success in the GAC. And there's a look at Stephen Jefferson, by the way, with the shirt off. You pull out all the moves at this point. 53-32 lead. And banked in. Jada Maples has found her groove a little bit. At the other end, fast break, no rebound. Not there either from Eden Murphy. Maples, the kick out. Jefferson for three. She's got it. Oh, how badly did she need that one? Quick timeout from Stephen Jefferson.
She had missed her first 5 threes. Finally gets one to go. Little mini run there for Earle. Gives them a little life. Team needed it. Jefferson needed it. She's got 7 points now.
So you look at Coach Stephen Jefferson there, a 99-year-old grad who played for the Bulldogs, took them to the semifinals, coaching the girls at his alma mater in his 3rd season. There's no shortage of candy and popcorn going around for the fans. This is when you feel it on a Saturday night. Hey, Westside has the right colors, by the way, for St. Patrick's Day weekend here in Hot Springs. World's shortest parade coming up on Monday. Fun time to be in the Spa City.
We saw it yesterday with Greene County Tech. A lot of green here.
Yeah. There are a lot of people walking around Bathhouse Row over the weekend. Fun place to come for these state championships as Westside trying to close out what would be its first state championship since 1995. The team that we mentioned has impressive wins this year. They challenged themselves. They've beaten tough teams as Perry gets called for the foul. Harrison, Watson Chapel, and Heber Springs and Lakeside, Bryant, Cabot, Dumas. They played PA to 63-59. No fluke. I mean, this is a good team. Good look inside. Hoysnow, the rebound underneath, and Kasi with the finish.
Kasi just a machine. 22 points, 13 rebounds.
Perry for three. Well, this is a big night for Earle. You'll see the boys play Mark Tree after this one. Coach Jefferson talked about it. All eyes in Crittenden County on these Earle Bulldogs, girls and boys, on a Saturday night. Good passing underneath, and Eden Murphy, the sophomore, with the finish.
That was a good pass. Kasi gets it, draws the defender, hands it off to Murphy.
They're so good at dissecting a defense. Joint possession there. It's going to head Westside's way.
Well, Earle right now is putting a lot of pressure out top. If you can just beat that pressure, get it down low, you've got the numbers advantage.
Westside by 20. Cornet looking for more, and she'll lose it out of bounds. Journey Jefferson, a sophomore. Jada Maples, her cousin, the junior. Two players who no doubt will be hungry for these Earle Lady Bulldogs next season. She'll step back for a deep three. Westside, I've been impressed with their passing, Wes, but a really good rebounding team too. And their coach Keith Cornett talked about it, but that's carried them, and we've seen that a lot today.
Oh, look at some of the impressive numbers that they're putting up. Kasi called a walk. Kasi is up to 14 rebounds. Murphy has 13 rebounds for a team. They now have 50 rebounds, 11 offensive rebounds. Murphy leads them with 7 offensive rebounds.
Got 50 rebounds in a game. 50-31 advantage. Madison Dunn's going to go to the line, the sophomore. Good post presence for these Earle Lady Bulldogs, drawing some D2 and NAIA interest. Good note about Madison. Her dad played in the 1994 state championship game for Earle. 5 years before their coach, Stephen Jefferson. You see that a lot, I think especially these smaller classifications, where you start to get the parents who played for a championship who now get to watch their children do the same.
When you get in a place like Earle, where the tradition for basketball is so strong, the town just supports it. You see how many people are here for Earle, large contingent. Basketball means a lot to the town.
And they get the double feature tonight. 57-39, Westside lead. Over turf, closely guarded. Give it off to Kasi. Kasi getting by Maples with momentum. Good look, and the finish there for Whitley Goodson, the sophomore.
She did it again, just draws the defense to her, dishes it off to a teammate.
Back to a 20-point Westside lead. As we come up on the final 4 minutes of this one, a 1A Girls Championship. Lainey Gentry has been fantastic. She gets the steal there. After the slow start, who hasn't been good for Westside? I mean, they've all really played well.
Yeah, first quarter was a little bit of a struggle, just shooting 27%, but since then, they played really well.
Maples, the takeaway, the breakaway, and finishes at the other end. Timeout, Stephen Jefferson for Earle. So a break in the action. We'll be back with the final 3.5 minutes of this one as Westside tries to close out a 1A championship.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
You have no understanding of politics. You have done enough to the crown.
Reputation is everything.
The Board of Health have declared war.
Sophie Straw is intelligent, instinctive, and she's the future.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
Back at Bank OZK Arena, final 3.5 minutes of what has turned to an impressive showing by the Westside Greers Ferry Lady Eagles, trying to close out their first state championship since 1995. Talking about 30 years in between state titles for this program.
Big third quarter just really pushed Westside over, outscoring Earle 21-11. That 10-point third quarter explosion by them just helped push that up to double digits, to close to 20 at times. I guess the biggest lead has been 22 at the end of the third quarter when they hit that big shot at the end of the third quarter.
Gentry knocked that down. Keeping the pedal to the metal on the drive. No, the takeaway by Maples, and the foul's going to be called on Goodson.
Maples just went flying through the air. You get a block shot for that? You just take that ball out of the air like that? It's got to be a block shot.
As much as they've struggled on offense, she deserves a lot of credit for the way they've played defensively.
Well, she's getting close to a triple-double. I think that's her 7th steal.
Jefferson around and out.
Another rebound for her.
Maples in and out. Jump ball, and it'll stay with Earle.
That kind of night right there.
Yes.
I mean, that ball was halfway down and just rattled back out.
Jefferson on the inbound to her cousin Maples. Pull-up jumper, no. And another offensive possession here. Jefferson, step back three. Falling away, off balance, not there. And Addie overturf. The rebound, gets it away from traffic. Christian Boykin will be called for the foul there. You think about for Westside, what it means to finish, not just with a championship, but a record of 41-3.
And I know they take pride in not losing a game to a 1A school, playing tougher competition and beating everybody in 1A.
20-point Westside lead, final 2.5 here at Bank OZK Arena.
Gets Cornet up to 14 points. You know, we talked about the good job. A rough shooting night for Jeremy Jefferson. She's 3 of 19, just 7 points, but you've done a good job of defending her. She came into the game almost averaging 10 assists a game. Now she's got 1 assist.
Jefferson draws contact. She'll go to the line.
They've just been hounding her all night long.
We've talked about how young Earle is, but they're 2 leading scorers in Maples and Jefferson, but same thing for Westside. Overturf's the only senior. Murphy a sophomore, Goodson a sophomore. Cornet and Cassie are juniors, and Gentry's a sophomore.
There's a high likelihood we'll see more out of them out of the next couple of years.
Might be sitting back here next year watching these same 2 teams as Stephen Jefferson's going to call a timeout for the final 2:18. We'll step away for just a second and be back with the final 2 minutes of this 1A championship on the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships at Arkansas PBS Sports.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
I want to extend a huge thank you to Troy Mitchell and his entire staff team, Tyler Freeman, Blake McAfee, Randy Baker, Ernie Higgs. A huge thank you. I know how much Troy absolutely loves this, but he does an incredible job. Longtime SID at Henderson State, and we can't do this without him. This is as professional as it gets in terms of keeping track of stats.
No, it makes our job so easy. Like, I can tell you right now that 4 out of the last 5 shots Jonesboro's taken, they've made. On the other side, Earle's missed their last 4 and 6 out of their last 7. That's all because of Troy and his stats.
It takes a whole village, certainly, to put these on. Cornet, the finish. Maples the drive. Gets her own rebound and gets the putback. Under 2 to play here.
She now
Bank OZK Arena.
She almost has a 20-20. She's got 19 rebounds and 25 points.
Boy, to settle in like that after the start, too. Cornet on the drive. Nifty move. No, Cassie trying to track down the rebound. It's Cornet who comes away with it. Gives it off to Cassie. And a timeout's going to be called here by Westside. How about Keith Cornet? You try to think through the coaches, Wes, that have won a state championship, no matter the classification, with both boys and girls. The list can't be long.
No, that's cool. And to get this one with his daughter and all her friends, they've assembled a heck of a team and made a nice run through a great run through 1A, but then just throughout the entire state playing a tough schedule. You got to think, with all the experience coming back next year, you're going to see Westside playing some tough teams in tough tournaments, and get these young women battle tested for another run in the state tournament.
There's going to be a lot of teams that do not want to schedule them next season, knowing the talent. And you mentioned the winning a championship with his daughter here. Chance to maybe do it twice in a row, and she's just a junior. Ball's in her hands here.
Doing a good job of running off some clock.
On the drive, good look underneath. Goodson can't connect. Maples comes away with the rebound. Final minute. We come up on here this 1A championship. Maples from the free throw line. No. And it's Addie Overturf, the lanky point guard with the rebound. The Westside fans coming to their feet behind the team bench.
And coach is, he's emptying his bench.
Yeah, timeout there from Keith Cornett. Huge applause from the Westside fans as they polish off this championship.
That was a great picture right there. Dad and daughter hugging. No,
great?
It's over.
I was watching them pregame too. You can tell how close some teams really are. A lot of teams say we're close. You can tell how close some teams really are, the way they interact with each other. And they were doing dances and everything before the game, having a lot of fun. So emptying his bench is Coach Cornett, Cheyenne Carlton, Lacey Tudor, Mandy Smith, Lily Stevens. As we get under 30 seconds here. Nia Duncan, the other player in there now for the Lady Eagles. Stripped away, Jada Maples. Up to 29 points, 20 rebounds for her. Add to it. Final 10 seconds now. Out of bounds, this will stay in the Lady Eagles' direction for the final 8.5. Lady Eagles fans on their feet for these final 5 seconds, something they have waited 30 years to see. For the first time since 1995, it's a state championship for Westside Greers Ferry. (63-49) the final. Well-earned championship for Westside, 41-3 on the season. We'll be back to show you the championship celebration and reveal the MVP of the tournament when we come back in this 1A championship and the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships in Arkansas, PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Join the ranks of corporate sponsors and business partners at Arkansas PBS. Your support will shine a light on your business with recognition on air and at major community events like Family Day. Plus, our viewers love the businesses that underwrite their favorite programs. Showcase your company while making a meaningful impact on lifelong learning. Partner with Arkansas PBS to build a brighter future for our state.
When the students of Little Rock walked alone through the mob, you cried with us, but we had to walk it alone.
It kind of tells a story about how we used to live. We loved it very much back in Arkansas on the cotton farm.
Number one choice for this ballot was Daisy Bates. It looks like Johnny Cash walks the line, so congratulations to those two great Arkansans.
We want our memories through our statues to tell the story of Arkansas.
Most of my figures that I create on my own, most of those stories are about destiny.
She was somebody that wouldn't let go until she saw some progress.
These amazing artists who have so much to say and have so much influence
all around the world came from these very humble beginnings.
Everybody at the Johnny Cash show that night, he was only singing to them.
Grew up in rural Arkansas, blue-collar Americana.
That sense of they're just the little kid from wherever.
Thursday, March 20th at 7 p.m., right here on Arkansas PBS.
Welcome back to Hot Springs. It's time for the 1A championship celebration, and it goes to Westside, Greers Ferry, the Lady Eagles, champions for the first time since 1995. Let's take a look at the stats here, how they did it. This game did not start pretty for either side, but boy, turned into a pretty game for Westside. Just about everybody contributing.
Yeah, Westside shoots 41% from the floor. Didn't take a whole lot of threes, 3 of 12, 25%. Made all of their free throws. Look, they were pressured all night long by Earle, 17 turnovers. I know coach would like to clean that up, but they attacked the paint. Look at the points in the paint, 42-24. And that's one of the big reasons why Westside's coming back with a state championship.
We've got Coach Keith Cornett coming over this way. Coach, congratulations to you. Have you throw this on here.
Great job.
That's about as good as it gets. Boy, congratulations, first of all, to weather the storm early. That was not the prettiest game early, but it turned into a great one for your team.
Yeah, when you play somebody, we played them a couple weeks ago, kind of let the cat out of the bag on how we was going to play each other, so it was pretty ugly early, yeah.
Did you change anything up from the first time around?
We did not. We tinkered a little bit with it, but we didn't change much. We knew if we could stop them in transition and just set our half-court defense up, we would be in good shape.
To win a championship with your daughter, we saw the hug there. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Also, I want to say a couple things. This is from my mom and dad back at Drasco, Arkansas. Health has kind of got them a little bit, and they never miss any games. And they're at home. Mom and Dad, I'll be home soon.
Yeah. They're looking at you right now, and they saw that message. That's pretty cool. Coach, special group. Cossie was awesome today, hitting the glass, had another double-double. What does she mean to the team?
Her and my daughter are best friends. We live about 2 miles apart. She stays at my house more than the other, so I can treat her whatever I want to treat her. She knows I love her, and I'll chew her out during practice, and we'll be making cookies at night back at the house. But she's amazing. College is, I know she's not the best athlete ever, but boy, she's a winner. Better take note.
Coach, congratulations to you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Great job.
Jesus wins.
A state champion at both the boys and girls now is Coach Keith Cornett, and we bring over the MVP for this one. It's Ashlyn Cossie, finishing with 22 points and 13 rebounds. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I got her for 14. I'm not going to shortchange her.
14, thank you.
How about that?
I'll take it.
How did it feel to lift that up?
It felt amazing. That bigger trophy felt even better. All those girls come together. It was amazing.
When you had the non-conference schedule that y'all had, how did it prepare you for the playoff run?
Oh, well, people talk about our record all the time, but our record was different than everyone else's. We went and played PA, who was undefeated until this last game. Bryant, Nettleton, we stacked our schedule to prepare for this moment right now.
The thing is, you two are you're still so young. You can be right back here a year from now.
That's the plan. I just want another win.
Congratulations to you.
Thank y'all very much.
Appreciate it. The MVP, Ashlyn Cossie, as we take a look at how this one came together. She was impressive. 22 points, 14 rebounds. Thank you for the correction there. And it's a state championship for Westside. Look at this here. They settled in. And you knew once they did, and they were able to, I think, West, to kind of dissect that defense, that they'd be in business.
No, that's what they needed. You know, it was a slow start for both teams, and I think that's part of the nerves of playing in a state championship game. But once they did and started making some of the shots, getting some of those rebounds, it was a tempered team, and they just really exploded and took off.
You saw that three at the buzzer there from Gentry, one of the highlights that they'll remember for a long time in Greers Ferry. Westside, the champions. Earle and Mark Tree are coming up next. And by the way,
you want to get that championship gear? I know you do, Westside. Here's how you get it. You go to ArkansasHighSchoolSports.com. They'll have it ready for you. Everything you need to celebrate the state title.
Earle and Mark Tree are on the court warming up for our final game of these 3 days here in Hot Springs. Our coverage of that will begin in just a few minutes. Congratulations to Westside. For Wes Moore and our Arkansas PBS Sports crew, I'm Kyle Deckelbaum. So long for just a little while.